going on, everybody? This is the Fly Fishing Ninja, and we're going to do a little something different today. I tied a fly on one of these trapper tackle hooks. So, turned out pretty good. Something different. As you can see here. There we go. It's like a little colorful streamer type peacock curl body. Turned out pretty good. So I figured, why not do one on video? So, let's see how this turns out. Doesn't really matter what color thread you use because it's all being covered up anyways. So I'm just going to use the orange thread that is already on my bobbin because I was tying some orange soft hackles last night on some barbless hooks. So make your first wrap. So I can't put a bead on these hooks. So I have to, I want to add some weight. So I'm just going to use some lead wire, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some heavy lead wire for this. Because I want this one to kind of get down quick. You know, so let's see. Once again, I was not completely prepared with everything, but I know I have some lead wire. I am not the most organized person, so yeah. Oh, it's behind the iPad I'm using. Hold on. There we go. All right. So, throw some lead wire. This is it's a medium lead wire that we're gonna put on here. And I know it's like, oh, why would you cut your wire with your scissors? It's just gonna make them dull. Okay. I know, but they're not also not the most expensive scissors in the world, so okay, so let's bring our thread back to the eye of the hook. I'm going to put a little, there we go. I like to wrap my lead wire on the side. I don't know why. I'm going to add some peacock curl to this, so it is going to be covered up. That, get some couple good wraps on the lead wire, just so you know you got it held in place really good. So now, here's the plan. I'm going to wrap my lead wire around the hook. Try to do some good close wraps. You know, get it nice and snug and everything here. Alright, almost got it. My dog just peeked in to see who I was talking to, I think. Alright. Let's get some good wraps of the wire here. I kind of didn't cut it long enough, so it's not as close wraps as I planned, but it's alright. Not going to be able to see this wire anyways once the peacock curls on it. Go ahead and do a couple wraps to just kind of trap it. Take your, I'm taking my scissors and cutting it. There we go. Curl the end up of the wire. Like so. Okay, like I said, we're going to do a peacock curl body with this. So we have to grab some peacock curl. And I want to do kind of a fat body. So I'm going to grab quite a bit of peacock curl here. We are going to do a fat body on this one. See, how many do I got? It's like there's like 5 pieces of peacock curl. I don't really count how many I grab, I just grab them. So you want to trap your peacock herl like so, just kind of a loose wrap, and so you can trap it right where you want it. Alright, then just wrap all the way to the back of the hook. Be careful how tight you're pulling your thread, of course, and watch out for the... There we go. Alright, cut that off as close as you possibly can. Then I wrap my peacock herl. And you want to wrap it like I was wrapping my thread this way. I know I talked about in my other fly tying video, you want to wrap it the opposite way. Then you wrap your thread. So then you just start wrapping your peacock herl. And like I said, it hides the wire too, so these first couple wraps of peacock herl can be a pain, especially when you use as much as I do. So you don't want to pull this stuff too tight because it will break really easy. Alright, just start making your wraps. There we go. Start making your wraps, and like I did in my last video, I always just do it with my thread and kind of push my thread back towards the eye of the hook. I don't know, I think it makes the peacock herl look a little better. So, just my opinion, and one of them broke, so we're going to have to fix it here. Alright, you get your peacock herl wrapped. Couple wraps of thread to trap it down so it doesn't move or start to unravel. Trim it off. Couple tighter wraps. Really trap it down there. Okay, so the stuff this guy sent me was actually kind of interesting. I got this, it's like wig hair. I don't know, it's super strange, but I really like the way it made the streamer look. I really do. And this one we're going to make, let's see here. We got white. Told you I'm not a very organized fly tyer. We got white. We got blue, red, and black. The other one I did was kind of a bright one, but we're going to make this one even brighter, I think. I'm going to use the blue and the red, and I'm going to throw a little bit of black on top. So when I did these before, I just kind of took off a little bit of it. Not much, because these hooks, there's not a lot of hook base, to tie to here. So, just going to pull a little bit off. Not a lot. Just like that. Like so. And then, I'm going to cut it off. Just like that. This stuff, it's actually pretty interesting. And because it's a little coarser than, say, a feather or something, it's a little easier to trim it off at the end. But we're going to do that. We're just going to try to figure out, you just figure out how long you want it. Set it on top. Trap it down. A couple wraps here. Look at that. I think that's actually going to look kind of cool. I don't know. I'm a fly fisherman, so I don't usually use wig hair, and I don't think a lot of other fly tyers do. But it's the material he sent me. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you don't necessarily have to use traditional materials to tie your flies. I mean, honestly, it's, we'll grab some of this red here. This stuff's a little bit longer, so I'm going to separate it out like so. Try to grab about the same amount. I'm just going to grab it like that, and I'm going to cut it off. Like so. Try to get it about the same length as the blue. Loose wrap to trap it down where you want it. I think that's what I want to do. Just like that. There we go. And then we're going to pull this back away from the eye of the hook. Cut it as close as you can. Pull any extra stuff away from the eye of the hook so you don't start to crowd it. Couple good tight wraps here. I think that, I don't know, I like it. Let's see here. The other one I added was like green and orange. So with this one, let's add some white just to make these other colors really stand out. And my intentions were not to make it red, white, and blue, but apparently that's what we're making. I think I'm going to go a little heavier with the white. And that's a little too much, I think. I'll end up crowding the eye of the hook if I do that. So, alright, we'll cut some of this off. Not even paying attention to my camera position. Sorry if I keep getting out of there. Okay. I know this is very untraditional way of even tying a fly and the materials and the hook. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to do things a little off the wall. And the guy that's going to be fishing with these is not really a fly fisherman. So these are actually going to be used with the spinner rod, I believe. There we go. Actually, you know what? I really like the way that looks. I do. I do. Okay, and then we'll cut this off. Let me get my thread out of the way here because I am the kind of person that actually cuts my thread a lot when I'm trying to trim things back. So I need to get it out of the way. Alright, so cut this white off. Like so. There we go. Kind of hold everything in the position you want it in. I want to give this one, since I am using this orange thread, I want to kind of give it, like a hot spot, that little spot on the head of the fly. Little hot spot, kind of like an attractor kind of thing. Yeah, that was probably a horrible way to describe it, but I'm going to wrap it around like so. And once that's wet, it'll look really cool, I think. This stuff will all kind of become a little more uniform. But this kind of shows you that you can use, you don't necessarily have to use the feathers or, this is wig hair material. I mean, come on. And it's going to sink. It's going to look I think, really natural in the water. So I think these trapper hooks are pretty awesome. They really are. Right, I'm just going to tie this off with the little half hitch that I use, that I showed in my last fly tying video, because I did not use a whip finisher. And it's not really that I don't use one, it's that I don't have one. So I've gotten so used to doing this little half hitch that it works for me when it's not getting caught on my fingernail. Alright. Sweet. Then I'll take my head cement and give it a couple of dabs there. I know you're supposed to kind of be careful so you don't fill the eye of the hook, but I clean out all my hooks after it dries. So, as you guys can see, I am not like this amazing fly tyer, but the flies I tie work. So there we go, on this trapper hook. I think it looks super good, honestly. So hopefully my buddy Chris Defer likes it. You can check him out on Instagram, on Facebook, The Blind Fisherman. Please check out his pages. They're super awesome. Thank you everybody for watching. Fly Fishing Ninja out.